Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Dr. D's. We are back with another video. So today we're talking about this update. I saw Fastidius's video and let me just say, Fastidius did an awesome job explaining everything. You know, I was kind of in the dark. I just knew that the update was coming. I just didn't know when. I knew it was delayed because of Apple, but you know, he got more into depth on it and basically did a good job explaining everything. And just in case you haven't seen that video, which I'm assuming everyone has seen it, but if you haven't seen it, I will drop the link in the description and you might want to watch that video before you watch this video, because I'm just going to kind of sum it up and give my 2 cents, but you guys might not know what I'm talking about if you guys haven't already seen that video. So basically, to sum it all up, shit rolls downhill. I know everybody's heard that saying, and guess who's at the bottom of that hill? It's us, the players. We are at the bottom and it's just all coming down on us right now. And basically, the reason why the update's been delayed is because of all this politics stuff, right? I'm not going to do any research, so I'm glad that Fastidius came out with this video, because I just kind of go with the flow, you know? I'm like, oh, okay, the update got delayed. Okay, cool. I guess I'll be patient and wait. But then, you know, I was kind of thinking like, dang, this is taking longer than expected. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, so basically the EU is forcing Apple to pay Ireland like $15 billion or $13 billion. Sorry, I watched this video a few days ago, guys. All right, so I don't know the exact numbers. I'm just going off of memory, but they're forcing, I think it was 13 billion. They're forcing them to pay $13 billion. And, you know, Apple's like, okay, well, you guys won't force us to pay 13 billion, even though Apple is a huge corporation and 13 billion probably wouldn't even put a dent in their wallets. But, you know, hey, money is power, right? So what is Apple going to do? Apple's attacking all these other apps that are using third-party platforms, and basically, I don't know, there's ByteDance. I think it's called ByteDance, again, going off memory, but they're associated with Moonton, and they're asking for more money because of the third-party platform, which is, I guess, Smile One. I don't know. It's something along those lines, but basically, we are absolutely getting screwed right now, and I know this isn't Moonton's fault. I know this isn't Moonton's fault, but at the same time, they need to fix this. They need to fix this. I am worried about the state of the game right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm worried about the state of the game, because if they don't fix this and they can't come out with all these new heroes, like I know they're trying, because they got, I think it's called Kagiri, and you know, all these new heroes coming up, all these good lineups, all these good updates, you know, quality of life updates. They have them all lined up. It's just getting delayed. So I know they're trying because they want the game to thrive. But the one thing that they're going to do, in my opinion, is if they push this too long, the game's going to get kind of repetitive. And you know, when it gets repetitive, I was reading Fastidius's comments. There's some people that are like, I'm free to play, it gives me a chance to catch up. Also, newer players into the game, they probably won't have any problems, because there's a lot of stuff when you first start playing a game, right? You gotta get heroes, you gotta do your gear raids, your gear dungeon, and you know, you're basically trying to play catch up. But the guys that they're affecting the most is the OGs, the guys that have been playing this game for a long time, or the guys that just, you know, they're super pay to win and they're whales, krakens. It's just going to affect them the most, mainly because it's going to be repetitive. There's nothing new. And then what's going to happen? They're going to get bored with the game, and then they're ultimately going to quit. I'm not saying everyone's going to do that, but I could see it going down that rabbit hole. So a guildmate of mine, actually, he hit me up and he's like, yo, D's, did you hear about Dragonheir? And I was like, well, I know it's a successful, good game. People have fun playing it. I've never personally played it, but you know, what's going on? He told me that they're actually terminating services in the US. Now that has just been in the back of my mind ever since he told me. And you know, I know it's probably not going to happen, because I see Moonton trying to make the game work, right? They're trying to come out with new stuff. They're putting effort into it, so they want this game to thrive. But the fact that Dragonheir is getting rid of their game in the US, I don't know. It's kind of like, oh, I didn't know games could do that. I didn't know gacha games could do that, you know? I've been playing gacha games for a long time. I've never once had a gacha game say, hey, you know what? We're just not going to allow you guys to play it in the US anymore. You know, that kind of blew my mind. And it's kind of like, I'm thinking like, oh, with all this update stuff, what if that happens with this game? But here, let's just take a deeper dive into into the Dragonheir termination. So Dragonheir Silent Gods just terminated services in the US, and again, right when I heard about this, and I just read this right when he sent it to me, so my guildmate Reaper actually sent this to me. It's been in the back of my mind. I don't think that Moonton will do this, again, because they're showing effort into, you know, trying to make the game work, but the update kind of scares me. It kind of scares me. There's too many unknowns right now, and I don't like this. I do not like how a gacha game can do this, especially for those of us that have spent a lot of time or a lot of money into a game. You know, the fact that the game could just no longer exist, it just kind of sucks, right? So again, before I read all this, I want to reiterate that I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it just kind of scares me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, all right? So they sent this beautiful message to all the US people, right? And basically what it says is it's basically just a big F you. That's what it is. But let's go ahead and read it. Dear travelers, thank you for your continued support of Dragonheir Silent Gods. We regret to announce that services for Dragonheir Silent Gods will end in the US on September 16th, 2024 at 4 a.m. Throughout this journey, your presence has given life to the world of Dragonheir Silent Gods, and we sincerely thank you for your love and support for the game. Unfortunately, we have decided to end the service of Dragonheir Silent Gods in the US. We deeply apologize for this as we bid farewell to every traveler in the US. Like, did they just chat GPT this, try to make it sound all nice, try to butter it up? Like, man, oh man, if I was playing Dragonheir, I would be very upset at this, very upset. And then, you know, I was like, maybe they're going to give the players at least half of their money back that they've spent into the game. So let's go ahead and keep reading. Termination details. I thought this was pretty funny. On July 16, 2024 at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, all in-game top-up services and user registrations will be discontinued. Of course, I mean, who's going to spend money on a game that is no longer going to exist in a few months? The game will be removed from online marketplaces in the US, and relevant payment services in the region will be disabled. At the same time, you may request refund. I was like, okay, now we get into the good stuff. All right, you may request a refund. I was like, okay, sounds like they're trying to take care of the community, even though they're basically screwing them, you know what I'm saying? But when I read on, it was just not good, guys, not good. So you may request refund through the online marketplace where you made purchase for your unused game currency. So basically, if you have any unused game currency, guess what? You can go ahead and request a refund for it. But all the resources and stuff that you've bought, shards and all that stuff, I don't know if they have shards in this game, never played it. But, you know, basically all that money's going to disappear. That just sucks. That really sucks. And then, you know, I was reading on, pursuant to the refund policy of the applicable online marketplace, you can continue to use your existing in-game currency. I mean, why would you? And items until the game ceases operations. And then basically they're like, for further assistance or inquiries, you can contact our in-game customer service or reach out via email at dragonheirsupport@mvsgames.com. I'm pretty sure they got a lot of messages, you know, right when they put that in there. I'm pretty sure their message box started flooding, like absolutely flooding. Now, I do not know the reason for this, so maybe there was a good reason that they had to terminate services, but I honestly wouldn't care. If I was playing this game and I spent money on it and I put time into it, I'd be very upset. I would be very upset, to say the least. So basically, they go on to say, on September 16, 2024 at 4 a.m., the game will officially terminate its services in the US, and US players will no longer be able to access and log into the game. And then right here, gifts of appreciation. Now, these gifts of appreciation, I thought was absolutely hilarious for a game to do. Absolutely hilarious. Like, who in their right mind would actually want these gifts of appreciation if this game is ending soon anyway? You know, I mean, I guess A for effort, you know, they're trying to compensate as much as they can, but how about you give some of the money back that people spent into the game? It says nothing about that in here. I could be wrong. Maybe they are blessing people and they didn't add it in here, but from my understanding, well, from reading this, basically that money no longer exists. So as a token of appreciation for your support, we will be sending out a gift of appreciation via in-game mail to all players on July 16, 2024. And again, who cares? Like, if I was a player in this game and they was sending this to me, I wouldn't even care, because I'm not going to play it anymore. If a game's terminating services, why would I waste my time? So the fact that they're throwing this in here, it just, I don't know. I mean, I guess they're trying to make up for it for whatever reason that the game got terminated in the US, but it still wouldn't sit right with me. So again, they're giving all these rewards. Look, rewards contained. I have no clue what these are, but I'm assuming they're pretty good rewards. But again, like, who would even care? Why would you care about rewards when a game is no longer going to exist? You're basically wasting your time. But I just basically wanted to bring this up because I'm hoping that Moonton doesn't go down the same path. The fact that we don't know when the update is coming, it just scares me. It really does. You know, I don't want to see players quitting. I don't want to see everything just getting delayed. From Fastidious, he said that he doesn't know if it's going to get delayed for a week or a year, you know. And if it gets delayed a year, like, I don't know, man. If it gets delayed even like a couple months where they can't add all this new awesome stuff that they was going to add in, we're in trouble. This game's in trouble. And, you know, I'm sending out a SOS right now. Moonton, you definitely need to fix this. You need to fix this as soon as possible, because, you know, me personally, I'm not going to spend any more money on this game until this stuff is fixed. But you know, they probably don't want to hear me saying that, but, you know, I keep it real. That's how I feel. That's what I'm going to do. And hopefully this situation gets fixed sooner rather than later. But that's all I got for tonight's video. Just wanted to go over that. You guys have a great rest of your night, and thank you for making it to the end.